And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Darkness in Dublin Demon. Our scene tonight takes place after a a new sensation has washed over the infernal populace of Dublin. A sensation of loss, a sensation of memories being taken or altered, a constant feeling of deja vu or lost when it comes to trying to remember things that once were, at least in detail. At about the same time, St. Angie's Church began to burn in the early hours of the morning, 9 a.m. local time. The fire brought forth fire crews and emergency first responders, as one might expect, and the fire burned throughout most of the day. Details were kept to a minimum. Authorities pointing to wanting to allow the next of kin to be notified before any details are released publicly. But as the Infernal Court of Dublin consists of a number of enterprising unbound fallen, one of them decided to look into these events. And we are going to start with that character, if that character would be so kind as to explain exactly what it is that he set out to do.
Quincy has a very full day working as an oncologist for Dublin General. And when the fire happened, there was a lot of news that crossed across his desk, a lot of phone calls, a lot of treating for smoke inhalation and accidental exposure, concerned residents coming in for general checkups, concerned about what they were inhaling, a few enthusiasts who decided to self-diagnose themselves on WebMD, coming in because they felt strange and or off. Um, However, specifically, the church was of great interest, being that individuals and the cause of death was a particularly hushed and close secret. Quincy, being one of the best physicians at Dublin General, had to place some phone calls to get information about the cause of death, the exact details, so he could, in essence, do his due diligence as the Hippocratic Oath dictates for him. Um, the information was rather startling, and being very in touch with his infernal nature, he would have placed a call out to Luna, with his findings and what he found out, being that she was him and Luna and da, 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 Luna and Brian were instrumental in the investigation of the cancerous tumors out in the countryside. And being that he's two of the fallen that he is come to know, it seemed only natural to reach out to them again.
After a while, she'll get a response from Luna saying, "Yeah, sure, out can be there in a bit."
Hmm. And you'll see, essentially, you will see Quincy in a side office at Dublin General. One of the briefing rooms he's requested for private consultations for individuals that are in need of a special touch or interesting information that needs to be brought in a delicate and nice way. The door's open, and there is, a snack tray from downstairs, and the downstairs and the from the cafeteria that's been brought up. It's not fancy, but it serves its purpose.
So she'll just follow, seeing the new office. Didn't know that guy had an office, but and she'll just shrug. And I assume there's a door.
Yeah,
Yeah, she'll knock at the door.
he'll open the door, give a nice, charming smile. Did you let Brian know that we were going to be here?
Yeah, send him a message. Haven't
Okay,
heard of him yet.
gotcha.
Haven't heard from him yet. At that point, we do get to hear from him.
Yeah. Sorry, roommates were so loud I could not hear.
Hold on just a minute.
Should I wait for Anthony to get back?
You two can small talk until then.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so I guess Brian would check his phone, and I couldn't hear what you had said that you had sent. When
well, he would get a message from both her and Anthony's character about the burning of the church. Quincy would have sent him all the information because he's the one with all the information, and they told him they're meeting at his office.
Yeah, well, after a little bit, there'd probably Brian would probably just send an okay and then an on my way. Before he would start making his way towards the hospital. And because he needs his nick fixed before he goes in, he'll wait in his car for a little bit, smoking a cigarette before putting it out, and then heading into the hospital.
Picking up the phone and canceling his 7:30 appointment. Rescheduling for tomorrow afternoon, letting the middle-aged woman know that no, she does not have breast cancer. She will be fine. There will be papers to sign tomorrow. And with that, hey Brian. Glad you can make it.
Yeah. Yeah, because something weird's going on today.
So the interesting thing is that the papers weren't identifying who or what passed away. That was interesting. Usually, when individuals pass away, there's usually a section in the paper or online articles detailing who was lost, places to go if you want to give your condolences. Priest Howard Brightwater, a faithful community servant. He was a very devout individual who reported on the previous priest at the church. Apparently, the previous priest was siphoning funds, and it was because of his good work. It was done. It was done away with in a good way. That man is now dead. Um, there is also the other person that died, Sister Abigail O'Neill, who was basically a very sweet old woman who was beloved by the community. Sunday school, everybody knew who she was, being that she acted in oftentimes as a maternal figure. She also died in the flames.
So, which priest died? The good one or the one that was no? It's
The
definitely
good
not.
one, Priest Howard Bridgewater. Um, the last one I was trying to figure out. Something weird happened. My head got foggy. I think it's because of the long hours that I've been putting in at the hospital. He'll hand over his documents and he'll kind of like slide it over to both Brian and Luna. Do you think you can make any sense of it? I keep
What would
getting it's a paper with a name on it.
what
I
would
keep
we have to
getting
roll?
bad headaches. Slides it over.
Me? What would we have to roll?
Let me have you roll. Let me have you roll just a straight perception check.
Straight perception.
Mhm.
I think that's just two for
Or
me.
perception alertness. Perception alertness.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a little bit more for that. Okay.
Come on, Discord. Standard diff.
Yeah.
Oh, Luna has one success.
Brian has 3.
So the two of you, as you go to look, it's a relatively normal piece of paper. As you slide it over and kind of maybe in your heads you start to think, man, Quincy's really losing it. But as you slide it over and you begin to look at it, as you begin to focus on the letters, they begin to become foggy. As you begin to see vowels and consonants, they sort of fall apart. Your vision blurs. There's like this sort of pressure that starts to build just behind your eyes, like just behind like your eyebrows, almost like sinus pressure. Um, as you continue to try and look at them, it begins to become a bit more pronounced. The pressure becomes a bit more. It feels like your nose is maybe caving in. That kind of feeling when you have just a really bad sinus headache. It's not debilitating. Doesn't cause you any lasting physical harm, but it is an oddity, and the more you try and concentrate, the more pronounced the effect becomes.
Luna will hold the bridge of her nose as she feels that pain going through, and she just goes, yeah, shit, I don't think it's you.
So I'm not going crazy.
No.
Right.
Shit. I think it's protected somehow.
That's the last person. Whoever or whatever did this is trying to hide that information. It gets more interesting. The local fire department is explaining that what possibly could have caused the fire is a small explosive device, possibly. The information that's given in the official medical report, as he passes that over, it it's odd. It feels like they don't necessarily believe it. Um, However, when I went to look yesterday, I got a 15-minute window to sort of discuss what was happening and kind of look for myself. But there's an infernal presence there, as long as bits of gold and silver.
So one of us is there.
That's
And
what
I'm
I'm
guessing.
thinking.
Or was.
And I have a bad feeling that it's one. Well, not one of the good ones.
That I'm not sure. But everyone else sort of needs to know and needs to understand that the widespreading issue, and there's no motivation behind this specific attack, if it can be called that. And we have no idea what's, what may or may not have come through. Or it could have just simply been a relic of something from a bygone age.
I mean,
A relic that wound its way up in our church.
What was specifically in the church? Because as of right now, unless we can get more people to conduct a very, thorough investigation, just the two of us going seems like a bad idea. Being that I know I don't specifically have an affinity for talking and speaking with the dead, but I know that a few individuals that might dabble in such areas that might be able to give, insight and clarity where we might be able to get some clearer answers.
yeah, I have a friend who's one of them, and I've met another one. I think I have his number somewhere.
Yeah. Being that we don't have a proper court, in the previous court, I don't specifically align with. I don't see any reason to withhold information.
Lord. But yeah,
The,
sorry, go ahead.
you two want to sort of conduct your own investigations.
I can try. I'm nobody at talking to people, but I can give a investigation a shot.
If you'd like. Granted, I don't know how much my pull will grant. I wouldn't be able to like let you go for a day or even um a little more than that. At the most, I could probably give maybe 10, 15 if I ask nicely. But um, if I pull on these favors too much, they might start asking questions. So the more people we get to go at one point, the less suspicious it looks. This way we don't tip anything else off that may or may not be there, that someone's going to investigate.
All right, so suggest we all contact who we can, who we want in on this, and get back to each other.
That is what I suggest, unless Brian has another course of action he wants to like tackle.
Well, could try and snoop around and see what may be hiding there, but
Well,
I'll
oh, no, sorry. Sure. Sure, I'll wait till you're finished.
but I can also ask one of my friends that might be able to have access to some more information, maybe.
That would be a good start, I think.
Quincy, as you're standing there in this meeting room, one of the RNs,
Hmm.
as she's walking by, she kind of stops and does a double take at you. This is a younger RN,
Hmm.
you know, out of college. She's been here for maybe a year and a half. Good at her job,
Hmm.
diligent, and she stops and kind of does a double take at you, and then looks kind of confused as she looks back down the hallway and then looks back at you.
Can I help you?
Oh, I just thought that you'd be you'd gone up to the front desk and asked for access down to the morgue with the bodies from the fire.
I did, and he'll kind of give a soft smile.
I just saw you get on the elevator though.
On the
2 minutes
elevator.
ago.
All right. Um, Rachel and Peter will be coming with me. They're the new potential hires that will be coming. It's time they get a look around the hospital. Let's go.
Okay.
Hmm.
She looks very confused, and then kind of like you hear one of the more senior nurses kind of call out to her to kind of hey, we've got stuff going on here. Let's go.
Hmm.
And she sort of makes her way on.
We're taking the stairs. Let's go. Hmm.
Just one of these days, you'll lie about my name and some asshole is going to recognize me.
Eventually, he'll smile. I don't know how well you want it to be known. He just makes his way towards the downstairs part, taking the back emergency stairs.
Okay. How are you doing it? Are you doing it swiftly? Are you just walking? Are you trying to be sneaky?
I work here, and I have ID, so me moving at a breakneck pace is not too disconcerting. It just means that something's happened and I'm moving fast.
Okay. So you make your way down, maybe down from like the 6th or 7th floor. So it's about 8 flights of stairs or so. Um, as you get down into the sub basement, you come to the door that would give you access to the like the maintenance area, records, and of course the morgue on the far end.
Mm.
This door has a key fob on it that you need, or key fob reader for the door.
Mm. Swipe my card.
All right, you take your badge and sort of run it over it,
Mm.
and it beeps at you with the the did not read or error, or
Mm.
it gives you an indication that you did not unlock the door.
Uh, Taking out the keys, puts the keys in the door, opens the door.
You go to slip the key in,
Mm.
and there's already a piece of metal in there.
Someone's trying to keep us out. He looks to Brian. You think you can handle this? Don't make a mess.
Well, I can give it a shot. Give me a
Mm-hmm.
moment. I'm going to use Lore of the Flesh 3 to try and augment my strength. So I'm having to find where that stupid. I can't find my
Demon
hard.
rules are.
Yeah, because I can't find my hard copy book, so I'm having to look through the PDF, which is jank.
I want to say it's stamina or stamina medicine or something of that ilk.
Intelligence medicine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Just don't forget the whatchamacallits. I will be able to think here in just a minute.
Faith.
Don't forget the upper limits of what you can get with your successes.
Yep. 4 successes, which, since you put the upper limit at 5 plus my faith rating, so strength gets boosted to 8.
Okay. So you two of you guys watch as Brian sort of you can feel the vibration of evocation.
Mm-hmm.
Someone pulling on the strings of reality that you once had control over in some way, shape, or form within your domain. You watch as his muscles begin to bulge and tighten. He gains on a little bit more muscle mass. For a minute there, you see the veins kind of crawling up his neck as he seems to be pushing himself right to the edge of what's possible with these feeble mortal shells that you all inhabit. So, with that said, Brian, how are you going to go about this? I have an idea, but I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Well, he's going to start by. Is it a knob to try and turn it to open?
No, it's like one of those like latch handles, like the kind that a velociraptor could open. Those kind of handles.
Yeah. So he's going to try and basically, push the latch and try and get the door open.
All right. You push on the latch; it's definitely locked. You can apply your strength to it if you want. It's up to you.
Yep. Because trying to get it to force open despite being locked.
All right, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and give me just a straight strength roll.
Wow, how did that work? 0 successes.
So, not like a debilitating, but a degree of cramp goes through your arms. Just from the strain. This is not something. I'm guessing this is not something you do on a normal basis.
Yeah, definitely not. But
yeah,
I guess he'll continue trying.
Okay.
Do I need to up the diff?
Just on the virtue that you failed, yeah, go ahead and take it up to diff 7.
Seeing that he struggled a bit, Quincy's gonna help him out. Put weight behind on another part of the door, see if it gives way.
Okay.
God dang Methuselah's curse.
Oh dear. You gonna help too, Luna?
Yes, I'm looking at the sheet if she has anything like electricity which could help, but I don't think so.
So your one success there, you push on the handle and you push on it to the point where your palm begins to hurt. But it doesn't give way. Brian, trying to do this the subtle ways, just not seeming to work out well for you.
Yep.
There is another avenue.
Yep. This is getting the fireman kick now.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your dex brawl.
That's what Luna was gonna do, but okay. He's probably better at it.
Text is going to go out to his assistant, Patricia, for the videotapes for this evening. He's going to do some cross diagnostics.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 successes on the
All right.
dex roll.
So go ahead and add your strength plus your extra successes, so 11 dice.
Four successes.
Okay,
And actually, I looked at it and I did greater than 6 as opposed to greater than equal to 6. So it actually should have been 5 successes on the kick.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll
and ones don't take away in this venue. I don't, or no, is that only on soap?
That's on
only on
damage.
damage and soap.
Okay, so this is damage. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then I rolled the extra 2 that I should have had because of the greater than or equal to thing. So it should be 7.
Okay. You only need to get 5. Your first kick, bang, and the sound reverberates all the way up the stairwell. But that door is dented. You give it a second kick, and it begins to bow inwards. And about the 4th or 5th kick, finally this security door, this heavy security door, it's a facility door. It's made out of mostly metal.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of finally breaks inwards, a little pane of like safety glass.
Mm-hmm.
Like it shatters into the non-sharp little pieces. And it goes inward, lands, and it just sends an echo rolling down that hallway, mixing in with that ambient hum of the air conditioning units and air filtration and whatnot.
Brian, be a dear and put that on the side, please. Don't leave it there.
Luna takes out a lollipop, puts it in her mouth, looks at Brian, and goes, "Fucking subtle."
You're asking me.
I'm not complaining. Thank you, but can you put it to the side?
Yeah. Brian will move it to the side.
Okay.
I need to figure out what I'm going to tell the equipment people. A nice, convincing, story. Like,
Okay. So
I'm guessing they're. I just tried to push the door open and it fell. Won't work with that particular
no,
door.
because there's actually a dent now.
that door is fucked. Like it's almost bent in half. Because fucking Bane pretty much kicked it in.
So, going to pick up the pace.
All right. So by this time, any chance of stealth is
It's
gone.
out the water.
Yeah, you guys kicked the shit out of that door, and now you're hoofing it. So you get down, you go past facilities. 2 of the facilities guys who were down there, who were either on break or were doing something else, have kind of like poked out as they watch you guys go by, and as they look like back towards where you were, they see the door propped up against the side of the wall, and they're like, oh damn. And they like, as they see you go by, they've seen you before. It's like, should we call security?
We sounded like that.
Yes. We think we have someone down here that's trying to use formaldehyde as a cutting agent for street drugs. We have a problem with that in Dublin. Remember? Call the cops.
Yes, doctor. And they go back into their little office and they pick up their phone. You guys come down to the end of the hall. You guys get to the T junction and you take a left. You make your way down there, and you finally come to the corner where the morgue is. There is there's a desk there.
Mhm.
Normally, there's an attendant that sits there. However, you don't see anyone in front of the automatic double doors.
Make note of it. Keep moving.
All right. You come up to the double doors. They also have a keyless entry port.
Mm. All three of us on 3.
All right.
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Just go ahead and make a combined effort.
So what are we rolling?
Dex brawl.
Dex. Okay. Let me check. Haven't played her for a little bit.
Freaking Methuselah's curse.
Oh my god. So for like 3-0 successes in a row, I'm gonna, kind of flavor it up a little bit here, Brian. You go to kick, and then you feel that just like that huge cramp just go like right up your sciatic nerve all the way down into the calf, and you kind of hobble away, looking like you're about 30 years older than you actually are.
2 successes.
Okay.
And no more
like
deaths. It's 3.
It's a 5. It's a stationary object.
Oh, 4, 3, 5.
Oh, then I have more
5.
than that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4. 4 minus 1, 2. You have 5 successes.
No, excuse me.
All right, so go ahead and roll your strength plus your successes.
And regular death.
Yes.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Okay.
Oh wait, 4 because the ones them take away.
Yeah. So
excuse me, 4.
Brian,
Yeah.
4. So 8 successes between the two of you. So as
Yeah.
Brian kind of hobbles away, sort of like he's stretching it out, and he quickly is able to kind of regain his composure. You two kick the shit out of those doors, and when you kick them, they're automatic doors that swing inwards. Have you guys ever kicked like a retail door that swings both
Mhm.
ways
Yes.
Yep.
that's not locked?
Mm-hmm.
Those shits fly in, hit the walls, and then come directly back at you. Need you both to roll Dex Athletics to get out of the way.
All right.
4. Would the lightning reflexes work?
Yes, absolutely.
That's 4 for me.
Okay. Yeah, you hop back, just quickly like, oh, shit.
Mhm.
1, 2 successes.
Yeah, you barely get out of the way, but you get out of the way.
Start running.
All right. You guys make it down to the morgue itself. The actual examination room. The autopsy theater, basically. You guys come down like a low flight of stairs. It's within the room. It's quiet. The humming of the refrigeration units off in the actual cadaver room.
I'll be right back in.
Okay. The humming of the cadaver AC or refrigeration units are all you really hear, except for maybe like the dripping of a faucet. But everything's quiet. The lights are, they come on as you guys enter the room, sort of those power-saving motion detection lights. So what do you guys do?
Let's wait for anything right now, but I'm also thinking Luna should say something smart. She's got a cool sense of humor. And we're in a place full of dead people.
Have at it, sir.
I'll wait till the other people are back. That way to also give me time to think of something.
Well, as we're kind of sitting on dead air, why don't we have the two of you guys interact with the world around you?
Yeah, I guess since we're here, Brian will activate Wilderness Sense, or attempt to, which is Perception Survival.
Okay.
Inside an urban area, the difficulty is 8. Here goes beautiful bean footage. 2 successes.
Okay. Remind me again what Wild Sense does.
Roll Perception Survival. Demons area can attempt to avoid detection through a resisted willpower roll, difficulty 7. If your roll succeeds, your character gets a detailed mental map of her surroundings to which she can refer to as needed, along with the approximate locations of nearby animals and people. Although the sim location works best in wilderness areas, can be used in urban settings, difficulty 8. Inside a given area of radius of miles equal to your faith score, and lasts for the duration of the scene.
All right. Well, the first things that are going to come to sort of like your extrasensory are obviously the other two in the room with you.
I'm back.
As your perceptions expand out, you begin to get more of a sense of the people within the hospital. In your immediate vicinity, you sense a small nest of roaches that are hiding just down below the floor drain, sort of just kind of chilling there. It's where they like to make their home. They're happy.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing really strikes you as odd until your sensory comes to the underground parking garage adjacent to the morgue. And you sense a number of people in there. It almost seems like they're getting into the way that they're kind of hovering above the ground. You feel like maybe they might be sitting in a car. It's about 5 people in total, 2 near the back doing some sort of activity, 1 sitting up in the front, and 1 kind of standing watch.
So Brian will kind of look around. We've got 5 people in a car outside in the parking deck. They're doing something there. Not sure what.
It could be the cops.
With 5 people in the car and the people in the back seat are doing something, I don't think
that's the cops.
That might be people that are breaking and faking to be you. Or something related. And they're down here in the parking garage near here.
Let's make a stand. Let's do the thing. I'll figure out what this is. And who's taking my likeness?
Say, hey, got a sense of humor. Luna smile because I finally get around to guys that can get stiff and I already have to leave.
He sticks his tongue out at you, playful way. You can be a bitch to me later. We got work to do.
She'll shrug. Alright, let's go.
All right. So, you guys make your way through. Brian, you definitely get the sense that that car is pretty much loaded up because the people are moving around from the side of it towards, or from the back of it towards the side, and hopping in, all but one.
So most of the people are getting in the vehicle. One person is not. So they're probably about to peel out. We need to run as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So booking it.
So heavy booking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I how does it work if you want to use one of your APOC things?
You roll your faith.
Alright. I think I have, how much do I have for that? Because improved dex might help for that. Faith 3. Right. What's the diff?
6.
Alright. I'll try just in case. I won't spend the point. I have a success. That's all I need. So she'll activate enhanced dex to add 2 to her dex. And it's the dex athletics, right?
Yeah, you guys are trying to hoof it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate advanced physical acuity.
Oh, come on, dice
Activate
gods.
what?
Why?
Advanced physical acuity? Acuity? Yeah, that's what it says.
I
One
only have.
of
Acuity?
yeah, can't use
Okay.
words right now. That's what I'm saying.
Does quick apply?
Yeah, I'd give you quick on this one.
Because we're trying to move fast. In
Gotta
which
go
case,
fast.
6 successes.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 6. Let's roll my faith, right? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, just to call forth your
Mhm.
APOC form, or part of your APOC form, but not go full out. Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna do a Dex Athletics to book it, right?
Yes.
God damn. The dice gods hate me. Well, I think the dice gods hate us today.
I don't know. Brian did all right for himself.
Yeah, but they were being an ass with him before.
Yeah, well, so I exited out of Discord and
One,
reloaded it to reset my luck cache.
luck,
Might try that.
3, 6 and 3 is 9. I am booking it. We're going fast, real fast.
So you guys come around the corner, go down the long corridor. You guys can see a van, just a nondescript, like Euro type van, like the Mercedes type, going up the ramp. And there's only one person standing between you and it.
Brian Luna, stop the car. I got this here.
Luna just goes straight for keeps running for the car.
Sharp. Yeah, Brian is going straight for the car.
Okay. Well, then we need to go ahead and roll initiative.
I've played this game, Vinny.
Wow.
My
Shut up.
God. Oh God. This used to be a really fun game until they fucked it. Shit. What time is it? It's 8:16. Okay, Vinny. I super apologize, but I have a D&D game that starts in 10 minutes.
I got you, mate. Don't worry.
Kind
I
of have
got
to
you.
leave. So,
I got you.
okay.
Just hang out for just a little bit longer.
All right.
All right. So, Brian, you get to go first,
6 and 6 is 12.
and after Brian, it's
12 and 5.
this
I'm
person.
going on 17.
Okay. So, go ahead, and Quincy and Brian go ahead and go at the same time.
Okay.
Which, Brian's moving for that car, that van as fast as he can.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a Dex Athletics roll to try and catch up with it.
Okay.
Gonna need 4 successes because you're on foot and they're hauling ass.
He will call out to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Who sent you? Cut the bullshit.
I am going to spend a willpower.
Okay, go for it. Is that your action, Quincy?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wait and see what his roll
See
is.
what she does.
4 successes because of the willpower.
Okay. 4 successes. You get up to the car and your hand gets sort of reach out trying to grab a hold of a window or like a mirror or door handle or whatever, trying to get your foot up on a running board along the side. The individual that's standing there simply raises up a hand with a pendant in their hand. And there is a blinding flash of light that is going to course through all 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
I need you all to make stamina rolls, please.
Okay.
Two successes.
2 as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay. So, Brian and Luna, both of you are hit with a wave of intense pain, and you feel yourselves shunted out of your mortal shells for all of about 5 seconds. But the sensation of being outside your mortal shells is long enough for the chains that are attached to the center of your chest that are link you forever to your torment into the pit. You feel the sudden lurch on them. And it's all you can do to grab a hold of your shell and keep yourselves tied to that. You are effectively incapacitated at the moment. Quincy,
Mm-hmm.
you managed to buffet yourself against this sensation,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still debilitating. You're not necessarily shunted out, but you can feel every fiber of your being burning.
Mm-hmm.
The light sort of, you almost feel as though it's going to burn your eyeballs out just from looking at it as you turn away.
Mm-hmm.
The light still persists for a good number of seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15. And then it's gone.
Mm.
You collapse forward, hands on the ground, breathing heavily, trying to get yourself back together. And that's where we'll end tonight's scene.